Alright, so we're back at it again. I put on more kill mat all over the back. Might as well cover this since I had to go to the trouble to figure this out. But these vents, unlike some of the videos I've seen about what these are, they're usually louvers. What they open and close when the door is opened and closed to let air pressure out of the car. So you don't want to cover these up with kill mat or any other kind of sound deadener or anything else. You really, I guess, apparently need these. So, but it's weird because the speaker housing goes down. I'm imagining my tunes are going to be going right out the back through these, but I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine exactly how the cavities go, but I know it's sort of, right there. So I think I would prefer that these did have flaps. They don't. They're just flat out open right into the wheel well. And there was dirt all over this. I had to clean before I put the mat down. I don't know. I wish these were different. So, but anyway, that's what they are, and you don't want to cover them up. Somebody said something like, "Oh, if you close these up and you close the door real hard, you can pop your eardrums." Yeah, right. But still, it's probably one of those things that you do need in there. You get airflow coming through from your air conditioning and all that stuff. So leave them open, apparently. Close them up if you want. I don't know. So I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to remove the front seats because I do want to get to the carpet back here, and it's all one piece. Now, in my Jeep, I cut them, and the Jeep actually had been up north and had some rust around the bolts, and it would have been absolute hell getting the bolts off. So, but on these, they look pretty clean. I should be able to get these front seats out, hopefully without too much trouble, but we'll see. Because I want to get in, get to the carpet, get beneath it, put the kill mat in. The carpet under there has kind of a thick, foamy, sort of looks like soundproofing material there already. So I'm not going to put any Dynapad there. I'd use Dynamat and Dynapad in my Jeep, and the Dynapad I'm going to put back here in the back, under the wheel and some of this area here and right underneath the seat. And I think that's all as far as I'm going to go, because there's fairly good look to be material underneath the carpet. So anyway, that's my intention. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so I plugged the seat electric back in so I could move the seat up a little bit. So a guy that did a video on this already said that those are 14 millimeter and the front ones are 10 millimeter, that bolt right there. And so just take them out and get all the electric out. He said he had 3 electrical connectors. It looks like I have 5 under here, and you saw the one that moves the seat has the majority of the power, I guess, but this one and this red tab you have to pull out, and on mine it was already out, so somebody's been monkeying in here. But take a wire out of me. Oh, and you have to push this down. So once that's out, you push down and pull. Okay, so I've got another one there, green one 2, yellow one 3, 4. I guess it's 4 in total, not 5. So that second yellow plug comes off the same way this one does, and that is to pull the red thing back and push down on the yellow thingy there and just wiggle it out. Same deal there. Of course, the green one's got to be different. You just push down on the bottom. This bottom tab, I guess, was what it was. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just push down, I guess. Let me see. Or was it like that? Yeah, well, it was one of those. Push on something and it'll come out. I think it's the middle thing. Yeah, push down on the middle thing. And then this one was different. It was on the sides. Press on both sides and pull out. This guy here. See this little guy there? Boom, boom. Let's see, was that one on that side? Yeah. So they got to make everything different for us. So these are all unhooked. Yeah, okay, so that's on the seat. And that's the question, is that, yeah, okay. All right, so, and I'll try to post that guy's URL. I don't want to take credit for his video. I'm very pleased that he put this out there, but he's saying you got to take the belt off, you got to take this thing off, and I guess maybe there's a 10 mil under this or something, so I'm going to do that next. Okay, and I'm working on this guy, and the other gentleman had mentioned it's a star configuration, but I think he used a 10 millimeter on it, and 10 mil is a little bit loose, so 3/8 is really snug. So 3/8 is probably a better choice, so you don't end up maybe stripping something, but 10 mil would probably work fine too. Anyway, I guess they make it difficult so that it's hard to remove. I'm doing the driver's side now, so this guy just pulls off. Just pulls off. Sometimes it's nice to have two hands. Okay, that just pops off, and when you go to put it back on, you get that tab down in there first, and then smush it in. So, and once again, we have this star guy right there. Okay, so I got the seat belt removed and or detached, I should say, and I'm looking at all the connectors under the driver's seat, and it looks like 5 now, and I'm wondering, this one I don't remember on the other side, so I'm wondering if I just missed it. It may still be connected, so I'm going to go back over there and look, or it might be specific to the driver's seat for some reason. But I think the reason I have more wires back here than the previous guy is because my seats are heated. So I came around to the passenger side again to check to see if I missed one, and I did. It's just that it's further back, and I'm on the back side of the seat in the back seat. You can see it there with the red tab. I also came on the side to look at this one because I'm having trouble getting the other one off. I'm trying to figure out what to squeeze, and of course the red thing, got to move that and whatever, but let's see if I can figure out this one on this side first. So anyway, this last one here with the red tabs, the same way you pull the red tab out and push down. It just looked like the tab was already pulled all the way out, but it wasn't. I took a little small screwdriver and popped it forward a little bit. So I'm going to try that on the other side, and I should be done with the wires. So anyway, this is one of my duh moments here. The reason I thought I had so many wires to remove is coming off the main one here, there are other wires that spawn off over here, but they don't connect to the car, so I didn't need to undo them. So I put this one back, and I stopped trying to remove that one there. So anyhow, my mistake, but I did need to get this one back here, I think. Yeah, because that's down here, so that needed to come out. So anyhow, it looks like I'm good. And by the way, I have made this mistake multiple times, but you need to really loosen these before you take off the electricity, because I needed to move the seat back to get to this thing. So anyway, get your bolts loose first, and then mess with the electric. And this is no big deal. I just pop that main one on, you know, this guy, and just pop him right back off, but save you some time, and you don't have to make the mistakes I'm making. And also, that's another star type of bolt. So again, that's likely going to be this 3/8. It's calling me Hilltop. Alright, so this star guy did not want to budge with just a regular ratchet, and I'm only on 3/8 here anyway, so kind of breaking out the big guns here. Now, the stupid thing is, I ran out of WD-40 about a week ago. Yeah, so anyhow, silly me, I probably should have watched the other guy's video more carefully, but there is this bolt down here, which is probably the one I should be taking off, the probably 14 millimeter. And more than likely, this probably does have a nut on the bottom side of it. So in any case, I'll start working on this one, but over on the other side is different, so what a pain. Okay, so these guys are actually 15 millimeter, and these are loose, so that's good. Got 3 loose so far. The ones that I should have been loosening here instead of the ones up here are actually 13 millimeter, those two. So I just sprayed some WD-40 down there. I'm going to go work on the other side while I'll let this soak in a little bit. Okay, so once again, this is a star nut that best fit is a 3/8 socket that I've found anyway, unless you have the actual tool, which would be best. This one's loose. I'm working on this one now that I gave it a little time to soak in the WD-40. The way I got this one off was by the Rube Goldberg impact driver, using a hammer on here while I'm pulling, and that always helps. It kind of imitates a impact driver. Things are a little tight over here, but I'm hoping this will just come off, so we'll see what happens. Actually, what I can do is watch this. I don't know if the camera will show that or not. Right, see what happens. Probably the camera will fall over, or my hand will be in the way. Yeah. But anyway, this being the idea, to keep pressure on while you're pulling. And I banged on the other one quite a bit. Yep, there we go. Okay, so this one probably could have been done without the Rube Goldberg impact driver, but the other one was tighter for sure. And WD-40 doesn't hurt either. Okay, so let's see. I've got the two in the front up there. By the way, I tried without WD-40 with those 13 millimeter bolts, and they didn't want to budge, so I got the WD-40 soaking in now, and I'm going to try the back ones on this one right now. Okay, so this is the driver's side rear bolts. Once again, you have the star nut, and I put the seat all the way forward and leaned this up, and it's going to be kind of tight if I have to do the impact driver thing with a hammer, but at least it's seems reasonable space anyway. Pretty much same thing on this side. I'm going to try just with a ratchet to see if that'll bring it off. I hope so. Okay, so when I say ratchet, I really mean the breaker bar here. This it's tight enough to where I'm going to pound it on a little bit with the hammer. That's so I say a 3/8 is really a good fit on this. I don't know if I can move this going without falling over or not. Give it a shot. Probably will fall over. Okay, we have success on this one. Okay, try to get the other one. Okay, good deal. So I should be able to switch to ratchet now. Need to take the headrest off according to the guy who did the video that I've been not following well enough. You know, I really should have got the bottom bolts off before I lean the back all the way down here, so I'm going to have to move this back so I can get to the back bolts. But in any case, took this off. You just pull it out as far as it'll go, and then push these all the way in, you know, like about to there, and the whole thing will slide out now on each side. So anyway, they'll pull right out. Okay, so that's as far back as you need to lean the seat back to get the headrest off. You don't need to come back this far or even all the way back, which is what the other guy was saying. So you could put it back here and still get to the back bolts probably. Just make a note of that. This guy is loose now, so he's loose. I gotta get the 4 bolts off of this guy, and I'm gonna do that now. They're loosened up, so it shouldn't take long. So the seats are all unfastened. I got my neat little baggies here with all the stuff. This is that trim cover over the seat belt for each of them, left front seat, right front seat. This is, there's 4 of them, those star bolts that hold in the driver's side. Okay, so seats out. I went and looked at the video. It wasn't really a video, it was just a URL that had pictures, but the guy mentioned put the seat back all the way up, you know, and just pull it out at a 90-degree angle and be careful not to hit anything. It came right out. I'm not even convinced that the headrests really need to come off, but it doesn't take much to do that either. So, yeah, and I thought that was me a pain. I put the steering wheel all the way up, but it, and pulled the seat back, the whole thing back, and it was, kind of vertical L shape. And then it swung right out. Very easy. So anyhow, had I known all the different bolts and not had that one really bad one over there, and had I had WD-40 handy, then this wouldn't have been that bad of a job. But anyhow, figures.